Welcome back to the Deff Dice 2012 Spring Friendly BatRep Tournament. We're on to Round 1, Game 2, Part 3 of the Orks versus Necrons. On to Necrons' turn 4. And starting off with having the warriors move out of the dangerous terrain, or difficult terrain, sorry, the blast wreckage from the Ghost Ark. And the Scarabs are moving up towards the battle wagon, and they're also going to run during their shooting phase. The Immortals are going to target the Ludas. They get 12 shots. Of those, 8 hit, 6 wound, and only one of those were saved, so 5 Ludas, so half the unit gone right there. Next up, they're going to run. Now, we didn't roll 2 dice because we figured they had moved out of difficult terrain, but probably should have, for the run, used the 2 dice as well. I don't know what's everyone's thought. Comments below if you have a thought on that. Next up, the Scarabs are going to assault the battle wagon. And they're going to get 16 attacks, of which 4 of those hit. And he gets 5 penetrating hits. There's a couple 6 in there, so it blows up significantly well. And we'll put the burners in there. Now it's a 1-inch blast radius, so we'll first resolve the burners. So each of the burners take a strength 3 hit. Of those, 3 of them got wounded. None of them made the save, so we lost 3 of the burners. And next up, the 3 Scarabs that are within the 1-inch range. One of them takes a hit and fails its wound. And we didn't capture it, but we did roll for the pinning, and the burners managed it. So, Mind Shackle Scarabs, fail the leadership, 1 hit, 1 wound, and no save. So took one of the boys removed by the Mind Shackle Scarabs, which are, in my experience, are their Orcs' nemesis. So this time we had although the Necron warriors had the same initiative, we had them go first this time. So 7 attacks, 6 hits, 2 wounds, 1 save. Now the Orc boys get to retaliate. They get 12 attacks, of which 5 hit, only 1 wounds, and he managed to make the save, so nothing there. Now the Knob attacks. He gets 4 attacks. He gets 1 hit, 1 wound, and that takes out the 1 guy. So Reanimation Protocol, they managed to bring back the 1 warrior. And now we're on to Orks turn 4. So the burners are rolling for movement on the difficult terrain in the blast radius. As you can see, they're setting themselves up to deal with Scarabs. Wazdaka's turbo boosting behind some cover, and the Knob Bike is moving away from the Immortals. Next up, the Ludas are going to target the blurry warriors there. Eventually the camera catches up. There we go. And they get 3 shots each, so that's 15 shots in total. Of those 15 shots, 6 hit and 4 wound. Because it's an AP 4 weapon, those warriors don't get a save. Next up, the Burnas are going to toast the Scarabs. Move them in such a way where they're not the blast happen isn't overlapping any of the Burnas. Managed to get 19 hits. Of those, 13 wounded, and that was enough to wipe out that swarm of Scarabs. Does the leadership for the Immortals, passes, managed to bring back 2 more warriors with the Reanimation Protocol. Les has been quite good with that, or quite lucky with that. On to Assault. So the boys get 10 attacks, of which 7 of those hit, and only 2 of those wound, but Les does fail both of those saves. So 2 warriors are gone. Now the warriors retaliate with 7 attacks. 4 of those hit, only 1 of them wound, and I managed to make a t-shirt save, so minor victory there. And then the Knob attacks. He gets 4 attacks, 3 of those hit, 2 of them wound, and because it's Power Claw, they don't get to make their save. And now Les rolls for leadership and fails the leadership test. We roll for initiative, and it was a tie to begin with, and then the second roll I do beat him. And so I do wipe out that warrior squad, so the Orks don't have anyone to contest the objective, so that they do their 4-inch consolidation, and that brings us to the end of turn 4. So a bit of a swing towards the Orks at the turn 4. As you can see, that the Necron objective doesn't have any Necrons around it. Now both the warriors and the immortals are rushing towards the Ork objective, but there's still that knob on bike there holding, or close to it. So on to Necron's turn 5, so he moves the immortals up, as well as the warriors. Now the immortals are going to fire at the Ludas. They get 12 shots, of which 8 hit, 3 wound, and I failed to make any saves. So there's 3 Ludas gone. The warriors are going to run, so they get 4-inch run, trying to get up to that one objective. Now I roll the leadership for the Ludas, which they fail. They move back 11 inches and move off the table with the help of the Hand of Gork, or Mork, depending on which way you want to look at it. So on to Orks turn 5. So it's a fairly quick turn for the Orks. The boys move. I did the run at the same time. Got a low run roll, I think it was like a 3 or 2. The truck's moving up, and the knob on bike is moving up, so it's holding the one objective, and Wazdak is moving in behind in case it doesn't, in case the knob biker gets moved or destroyed. So we're on to the roll for turn 6. Now I was taunting Les while we did this, taking time explaining how slow the slow motion would be for this roll. So we're just sort of building the suspense. Will it go to turn 6? Will it end here? And when the die finally stops rolling, it is the end of the game with turn 5. So that's an Ork victory, because they're holding the one objective and there's no Necrons near the other one. So thank you for watching. This is as we've talked about before, is the ongoing BatRep series. So this is the second game of round 1. Look for parts 3 and 4 over the next couple weeks as I get the editing done. As always, we ask, if you want to see more of these, please subscribe. That way we know there's people that want to see them. If you have any comments, suggestions, rule corrections, please feel free to leave them below. And if you have any pointers for either Les or myself, throw them in the comments as well. Always like to get other people's takes on what we've done. So once again, thank you for watching, and look for the next couple videos over the next couple weeks.